Last year's flu season resulted in 80,000 deaths here in the United States. And while it's not widely known, the flu is the 8th leading cause of death in the U.S., which is why the American Cleaning Institute has developed this short video to provide you with hand-washing tools to help the cold and flu virus from spreading in your schools and communities. With the holidays approaching, now is the perfect time to make sure your family, friends, and coworkers understand the important role that proper hand hygiene plays in keeping them healthy. These hand-washing tips will also help keep everyone safe as they make and share holiday memories. Children have about 6 to 10 colds a year. One important reason why colds are so common in children is because they are often in close contact with each other in daycare centers and schools. In families with children in school, the number of colds per child can be as high as 12 a year, while adults average about 2 to 4 colds a year, although the range varies widely. Women, especially those between the ages of 20 to 30 years old, have more colds than men, possibly because of their closer contact with children. On average, people 60 years old or older have fewer than 1 cold a year. So how does the flu virus spread? Flu viruses are thought to spread mainly by droplets made when someone with the flu coughs, sneezes, or talks. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people nearby. A person can also get the flu by touching something that has the flu virus on it and then touching their mouth, eyes, or nose. With the return of the cold and flu season, you can help make the difference for schools in your community by supporting efforts to combat the spread of germs through proper hand hygiene education. Clean hands are critical to the health and well-being of family and friends, as well as the community at large. So many infections and so much illness could be prevented by the simple act of properly washing hands with soap and water. The American Cleaning Institute recommends cleaning hands in a specific way to avoid getting sick and spreading germs to others. So how should you wash your hands? Well, first, wet your hands with clean running water. Turn off the tap and then apply soap. Lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Be sure to lather the backs of your hands between your fingers and under your fingernails. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. Humming the happy birthday song from beginning to end twice is a great way to make sure that you're scrubbing them long enough. Then rinse your hands well under clean running water. Lastly, dry your hands using a clean towel or air dry them. If soap and running water is not available, use an alternative such as hand sanitizers or hand wipes. Here's a quick visual that illustrates cold versus flu symptoms. You'll notice that they share similar symptoms such as sore throats, runny noses, and coughs. Did you know that cold and flu symptoms can last anywhere from 3 to 14 days or even up to 3 weeks? What else can we do or teach to help prevent the spread of colds and the flu? Well, students may be taught to cover their noses and mouths when they cough or sneeze. There's a child-friendly trick called the vampire cough, and the student crosses an arm over their nose and mouth and sneezes or coughs into their elbow. Encourage your students to use this method. However, we also encourage covering the mouth and nose with a tissue when coughing or sneezing. With both methods, frequent hand washing with soap and warm water is a must to prevent the spread of germs. Other tips that will keep a cold or a flu from spreading are to tell your students that it's okay to stay home from school when they're sick, to be sure to remind them to cover their noses and mouths when they cough or sneeze, and remind them that if they have to cough, they can use their vampire sleeve method to keep germs from getting on their hands. And to be sure to put any used tissues in a wastebasket. And then lastly, the final step is to reinforce that they should wash their hands. As everyone knows, the cold and flu doesn't take a holiday. Keeping your hands clean and teaching others how to be healthier is not only being responsible, it's the right thing to do. Clean hands save lives. This cold and flu season, take a stand and get the word out about proper hand hygiene. You can start today to help improve the hand hygiene habits in your local school and community. Contact your favorite school principal or teacher and ask them to participate in the Healthy Schools, Healthy People It's a SNAP program, which is a joint initiative of the American Cleaning Institute and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Established in 2003, This national awards program seeks to improve hand hygiene habits among students to help prevent the spread of infectious disease and reduce related absenteeism. The contest encourages students to create innovative hand-washing projects for their classrooms and is open to all public and private K-12 schools in the states, territories, and tribes within the United States. This program is open to any disciplines such as math, science, language arts, career, technical, and more. Encourage your local school and classrooms to learn more about healthy schools, healthy people at SNAP, and submit an application by January 31st, 2019. You can also follow the American Cleaning Institute and the hashtag Healthy Schools, Healthy People campaign on Facebook and Twitter to get the latest on illness prevention and useful hand hygiene tips.